I'm done brushing my teeth, so I'm going to sleep now. Don't you know that an adult has 32 permanent teeth and a child has only 20 baby teeth? And each of the tooth has a function? Well, we are going to answer those questions today as we talk about teeth. Yep, you're right. By the end of the discussion, we will learn the anatomy of the tooth and identify its structure. Now let's go back to the questions earlier. So children have 20 baby teeth, and also known as primary teeth, deciduous teeth, and sometimes it's called milk teeth. While adults, on the other hand, have 32 teeth, and the complete set of permanent teeth occurred by the age of 12. Okay, this time, let's determine the parts of a tooth. First is the crown, the top part of the tooth and the only part you can normally see. Second is the gum line, where the tooth and the gums meet. Third is the root, the part of the tooth that is embedded in bone. This is the cross-section of a tooth. Enamel, the outermost layer of the tooth. Enamel is the hardest, most mineralized tissue in the body, yet it can be damaged by decay if teeth are not cared for properly. Dentin, the layer of the tooth under the enamel. If decay is able to progress its way through the enamel, it next attacks the dentin. Pulp, the soft tissue found in the center of all teeth, where the nerve tissue and blood vessels are. Cementum, the layer of the bone-like tissue covering the root. Let's do the recap and repeat after me. Parts of a tooth: crown, gum line, and root. Cross-section of a tooth: enamel, dentin, pulp, and cementum. Great! There are different types of a tooth. Well, it depends on its function. Function? What do you mean? Yes, through its functions. Well, let's start the discussion so that you would know. Incisors, used to cut through food. Chisel-shaped, front 4 teeth, 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. Canines, also known as cuspids, used for tearing food. Bullet-shaped, the strongest teeth in your mouth. Premolars, also known as bicuspids, used for grinding food. Cube-shaped, generally have 2 cusps, raised points on the tooth surface. Molars, used for grinding food like the premolars. Cube-shaped like the premolars, generally have 4 or 5 cusps. Wisdom teeth 1, 16, 17, 32 are also known as the third molars. Okay, let's review the parts of a tooth. Incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. So how do you keep track of all those teeth? Individual teeth are identified by name and number based on the Universal National System of Tooth Designation that the ADA, or American Dental Association, and American providers use. Let's take a look. The mouth is also divided into 2 parts: the upper part of tooth and the lower part. Upper part is called maxillary, or simply called upper arch. The lower part is called mandibular, or simply called lower arch. It is also divided into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, which is upper right, teeth numbers 1 to 8. Quadrant 2, which is upper left, teeth numbers 9 to 16. Quadrant 3, which is lower left, teeth numbers 17 to 24. And quadrant 4, which is lower right, teeth numbers 25 to 32. Both upper and lower arch is also divided into 2 parts. Anterior teeth, also known as front teeth. These are teeth numbers from 6 to 11 on the top and 22 to 27 on the bottom. Posterior teeth, also known as back teeth. These are teeth numbers from 3 to 30 and 14 to 19. The surface is where on the tooth the filling, inlay, or onlay was performed on. Check out the types of surfaces. Buccal, the surface of posterior teeth facing the cheeks. Distal, the surface of a tooth that faces away from the middle of the face. Incisal, the biting edge surface of anterior teeth. Lingual, the surface of a tooth closest to the tongue. Mesial, the surface of a tooth that is closest to the middle of the face. Occlusal, the chewing surface of posterior teeth. Labial, the surface of a tooth that meet when the mouth is closed. Let's do the recap. Parts of a tooth: crown, gum line, root, cross-section of a tooth, enamel, dentin, pulp, cementum. Types and its function: incisors, canines, premolars, molars. Tooth chart including quadrants. Tooth surface. They sure are handy when you smile, so keep your teeth around a while.